Hi, I'm Greg Campbell with Fortus Pilates. Today I'm going to show you how to use our Maple Elite chair. So let's start by looking at how you attach the adjustable handles to the brackets that are on the chair. So there's two locking mechanisms that are involved with the adjustable handle. The first is a pin which can be pulled in and out, which is spring-loaded. And the second is a lock which you can screw down against the handle once it's in the right position. On the handle itself, you'll see that each handle has 6 different adjustable positions to allow you to adjust the height of the handle. And so really all you need to do for the handle, and the other thing you'll notice is there's actually 2 sets of holes, right? We have one here, and then 90 degrees away from that, we have another one. What that lets us do is adjust the orientation of the handle, right? So if you want a closed grip or an open grip, you can just select the appropriate line of holes and you'll be able to accomplish that. So what you do is simply insert the handle into the mount. It'll fall down until it hits the pin for this adjustable knob here, and just pull that out, which will free the handle to go in. And then once you've got it in the right spot, it'll click on. So this handle is now engaged by this first locking mechanism, but not the second. And that's why it's a little bit wobbly. You probably don't want to use it like that. What you want to do instead is just tighten this locking mechanism down against the pole and against the handle until it's snug. And then you'll have it very stable and ready for use. To remove the handle, it's really just the opposite. You loosen up the first locking mechanism, pull the pin, lift the handle out. So pretty straightforward. So now let's talk about the springs that you'll use to provide resistance on these movable pedals. So you're going to get 2 of these green medium springs with your chair, and you're going to get 2 of the red heavy springs with your chair. And you'll see that each pedal has positions for 2 springs. So it has 2 connection points at the front of the pedal, and there's also 2 cactus arms at the rear of the chair to connect the other end of the springs to. So that means you can use the chair with all 4 springs connected at the same time if you want for the extra resistance. Connecting springs is pretty easy. So essentially put it on the hook first at the pedal, at the front end of the pedal. So now we've got our pedal connected to our spring, and then just reach through and hook it onto the cactus arm that you want. The higher the cactus arm is, the higher the resistance that you will get. Okay, the lower the cactus arm, the lower the resistance that you'll get. It's subtle, it's not a huge difference, but it is a little bit. So I'll choose, like, let's say, for example, this position 2, and then I just have to make sure that it's clipped all the way on. So what I don't want to do is, let me just clip this off. What I don't want to do is just kind of hook it on the top and leave it like that and start using the chair. It's going to have a tendency to fall off. I need to make sure I fully engage it. So I push it around and it'll kind of click into place. So then I can go ahead and I can use the pedal. I don't have to worry about this end of the spring falling off inadvertently. So you can go ahead and you would attach the other springs the same way. Now these pedals can be independent, as I have them right now, but you also got with your chair a dowel. And that dowel can be used to join these 2 pedals together for exercises where you want the entire pedal system to act in a unified manner. So all you have to do is insert the dowel in the hole, feed it all the way through, get it roughly centered between the 2 pedals, and now you have those pedals joined. Okay? And then obviously when you want to unjoin your pedals, you just pull your dowel out. The only thing to watch for here, like, don't insert the dowel so it's just barely engaged in one of them, and you have a lot protruding from one side and nothing from the other, and then start using it. This dowel won't really move around much when you're using the chair, but if it did, you wouldn't want it to inadvertently release, like let go enough that it released the locking of the pedal. So always make sure you insert it all the way and you have a certain amount of the dowel protruding from both sides of the pedals. So the last thing I want to talk about is how you can move your chair. What you'll notice is the chair actually has a couple wheels on the back of it. And so if you want to move the chair around, you can pick it up and move it. It's not that heavy, but it's easier if you just basically take one foot and brace it on the rear of the frame, have the handles on, pull the handles towards you, those wheels will engage. Now I can pretty easily move my chair around, put it where I want. And then again, the reverse process, I put my heel to brace that rear frame and I let the chair sit back down. So pretty simple way of moving your chair around as needed.